Yes, indeed. Pleasant good morning from the township of Catmusville. We're live from the compound of the National Transit Authority, where the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Nimo Boakai, is expected to dedicate these 34 fleet buses that were brought into the country last week, which were procured by the National Transit Authority through the Liberia owned company ABK Incorporated. As you can see, these buses are now being decorated with balloons as the president will today officially dedicate these buses for its intended purpose. As you can see, the advance team of the president have arrived as all of the protocols have been respected. Try to go through the itinerary. Try to go through the itinerary of the of the program of the program. So these are the buses that are now being packed in the compound of the National Transit Authority along in the township of Catonsville. So this is the National Transit Authority along the Japanese Freeway new buses dedication program. You have arrival of guests, which has been done. You have opening prayers. You have welcome remarks. You have overview of bus procurement project. You got musical performances. You have statements which come with the ABK Incorporated representatives, Echo Bank Liberia, Ministry of Transport, Chairman of the Board of Directors, NTA, of the Ministry of Finance. You have musical performances. You have keynote address. So the President of the Republic of Liberia is expected to deliver a keynote address here at this dedication ceremony in the compound of the authority. So top protocols, as is usual, whenever the president is arriving, is expected to be at a particular place. We have a very restricted protocols. You gotta search your bags and do all the necessary stuff and so forth. So the stage is now set. As any moment from now, the president is expected to be here. We witness the advance car which came to inspect this place. I know exactly how it's it. So any moment from now, the president is expected to be here. So these are the 34 fleet buses that were procured by the National Transit Authority. So after the keynote address by the President of the Republic of Liberia, you will have vote of thanks. We have benediction announcement, and so forth. So what we have about approximately 9 items for today's dedication. Now after that, there will be a formal dedication where the president will be able to cut all of these ribbons that have been placed on these buses. So we're saying the Deputy Managing Director for Administration Program 11 CFOS. We're also seeing the Managing Director Edward Ford, Deputy Director Wazao Gibson, as also as the Ministry of Transport. The Minister of Transport is expected to also be in attendance here. Such a unique program.
Please take note. Protocol process here. Make sure they are seated by the order.
So these are buses.
Hello.
That you are seeing the ribbons now being placed on, of which it will be cut by the president officially dedicating these buses, officially turning over these buses to Liberian people for its internal purpose.
Please listen to the protocol. Everybody standing in the back, please.
So these are the buses. So in a moment from now, the president of the Republic of Liberia will arrive. As long as he has arrived, as long he's arrived, he has arrived. The program will officially begin.
All the drivers,
So
everybody, all the drivers, please come up.
the stage is not set.
Please come.
The stage is not set.
Let them sit under the canopy. Those chairs are there. Let them put the chairs and sit under them. All the drivers, look at this. Please invite all of the drivers. Nobody stay there. Everybody come. Thank you. Alright, special invitees, please come up front. Just let the protocol know where you're from, which entity you represent, and we'll see to appropriately. Thank you.
So folks, first was a bit up, first was following, and we'll bring you the live dedication ceremony program here from the compound of the National Transit Authority. So first was following, this is Dennis Labura Baba for now. I'm your Harrison.
All right, folks. Morning, and thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Anthony Williams, and I'm here at the NTA, the National Transit Authority. Now, to speak, what you were looking at previously is the proposed National Transit Authority corporate office. The NTA is expected to build a brand new corporate office, and you were just looking at the blueprints for that project. But that's not why we're here. The main reason we're here today is that the National Transit Authority, the NTA, will be formally dedicating their 35 brand new buses that were procured by ABK Motors of Liberia. So today, His Excellency President Boakai is expected to be here to formally commission these brand new 35 buses that were procured by the government of Liberia. And so as we speak, we are at the NTA compound here in Gardnersville on the Japan Freeway, and I'm going to take you into the compound and show you the brand new buses that are already packed here at the NTA. But this is just a build-up to the actual event. President Boakai is expected to be here along with the Minister of Transport and, of course, several government officials. Now, I was just waving to ABK himself. ABK is the company that procured these brand new buses on behalf of the government of Liberia. He was just waving to me, and ABK has just arrived. And so we are seeing the arrival of government officials. We are expecting the Minister of Transport, several government officials, the Minister of Transport, of course. Now, His Excellency President Boakai is expected to be here any moment from now. This event is expected to kick off at 11 a.m. this morning here at the NTA. So we're just outside the NTA, and of course, preparations are underway for the official dedication ceremony, or the formal dedication ceremony of the NTA's 35 brand new buses. Now, these 35 buses that have been procured by the government of Liberia are forming part of a fleet of 55 vehicles that are expected to be in country. Now, the NTA already has in country the 35 62-seater buses. They're already here and they're in the compound, packed and waiting to be formally commissioned today. But out of that fleet, they're also expecting 20 additional 18-seater buses that will form part of that fleet of 55 vehicles. And then, according to the NTA, for the first time, they are adding heavy-duty trucks to their collection for the first time. And so, but let me walk you into the compound quickly and show you what's going on as it relates to the formal dedication ceremony of the 35 brand new buses. This is it right here. Follow me, folks. So we're right here at the entry. Let's make our way in there quickly. So once you enter the NTA, the first thing that hits you are these buses, as you can see from behind me. We're going to go there just to show you and just whip the cameras, between the buses. But yes, 35 of them. Right here in the compound of the NTA. Just the other day, these buses were offloaded from the port, from the NPA, the National Port Authority, and they were driven through the streets of Monrovia. The previous batch of them were taken at the ABK compound there in Congo Town. And of course, this morning, all of them are packed here in the compound of NTA, and they will be formally commissioned today by His Excellency President Boakai. In fact, President Boakai is expected to ride on board one of these buses along with the Minister of Transport and other government officials as a way of formally commissioning the buses. But yes, there you have it. Here they are. 35 brand new ones, and just so you can notice, they have already been branded by the NTA and they've been marked. This is bus number 51176, as you can see right here. So a long fleet of vehicles, of brand new buses, will be officially dedicated today here at the NTA. But let's walk through them and show you. As you can see, follow me. Just the other day we had a chance to go in these buses and show you what they looked like, but these ones are not opened this morning, so we'll see whichever one is open, we can go in them. All right, this one is open, so we're going to try to make our way in there. Aaron, I'm going to climb. All right, so yes, we are already inside the brand new 62-seater National Transit Authority bus as part of the fleet. This one will be formally dedicated today by the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Transport, and President Boakai is expected to be here. So once you walk in here in these buses, you get to see that the seats still have plastic on them. 62 of them, these seats. Hold on a little bit, please. And of course, you'll also notice there a cabin right up here for carry-on luggages and not huge luggages, just for carry-on. There's another one on the right side of the bus also. And then also inside the bus, they also have these fans. I don't know if there is air conditioner also in them. I will have to inquire, but I don't notice. There are 2 emergency exits. This is one. And then ahead of us, if you walk on, there is another one. It's another emergency exit right here. The buses also do have sound system in them. If you look right here, there's a speaker right here. There's another speaker, it's another one, up to 6, 7 of them here in the buses. And yes, they also have fans. We are not sure of air conditioner. And then speaking of it being equipped, there's also right there a fire extinguisher attached right behind the driver's seat. And of course, yes, so just to show you what the bus looks like, but you can just pan the camera and show the seats again for one last time. And then we can go down quickly. So there you have it. So we're going to make our way outside and show you the long fleet. Yes, so I mean, this is the fleet right here. Buses lined up, decorated with balloons, are waiting to be formally dedicated by His Excellency President Boakai and the Minister of Transport. So if you can just roll the camera and show the folks watching these brand new buses that will be commissioned any moment from now. And then right after we show you this new fleet of vehicles, we also want to see if we can go around the NTA compound and show you some of the previous buses that were also being used by the NTA. They are all lying, damaged and lying here in the compound of the NTA. So we'll have to go there and show you those ones too. But these are the brand new ones that are on the standby to be formally commissioned. So let's see if we can just make sure we don't show this side. Let's focus here. Let's go. We can show you. There are more of them somewhere ahead of us there. Let's show you quickly. There are more of them. Keep watching. So there you have the official flyer there for the dedication of the buses themselves. So what under the team, this formal dedication ceremony has the team. It says driving Liberia's development through reliable public transport. Driving Liberia's development through reliable public transport is the theme for the formal commissioning ceremony of these brand new buses. So there you have them. Huge number of them here in the compound of the NTA. And of course, before we move on, just to bring you up to speed, the NTA have procured these buses to help improve, of course, provide reliable and safe public transport. Come to think of it, like I mentioned earlier, these ones are the 62-seater buses. They are also expecting 20 additional 18-seater buses, and then plus their heavy-duty trucks that they've added to their collection this time around. So this is meant to upgrade the country's transportation sector, and the government of Liberia have saw the need to procure these buses using their own funds. Of course, taxpayers' money, as one may term it. Now, I want to show you this particular one bus that has been prepared already and arranged for President Boakai himself. So, if you look right here, bus number 51173, His Excellency President Boakai will be on board this particular bus, and along with the Minister of Transport and several other government officials will be on board this bus. As you can see, you have the Executive Protection Service officers there making sure that this bus is ready to ride His Excellency President Boakai for the first time, and then he will formally dedicate these buses. Now, if you look behind me also, preparations ongoing right in the workshop there, as you can. Folks, we apologize for the let's hope the sound has been restored. Yes, kindly just refresh and focus there. Let's see, let's make sure sound has been restored, and we apologize, but I'm sure. Okay, someone says it's okay now. Was it even okay previously? But I checked it, we had sound. Okay, great. Grateful that we now have sound, guys, and we apologize for that. But it's okay. We've switched microphones. So I was trying to show you a collection of the previous buses that were donated to the National Transit Authority by the Indian government. As you can see, a long fleet of them lined up right here. And if I take you back now quickly, let me show you. Out of those 45 buses, according to the NTA, there are just few of them that are functional. And so if you just look here, we have 1, 2, these 2 buses are functional. And then if we go somewhere ahead of us, also we'll show you an additional 3 of them that are lined up here that are also functional. But out of this number, the rest of the buses are lying in ruins here at the NTA. So we just want to show you another fleet of buses that are lined up here, lying in ruins, also damaged. But today we are going to have a dedication of 35 brand new additional buses to help the NTA for the kind of work that they're doing to provide safe and affordable transport here in Liberia. If you look right here, these are additional 3 buses that are functional out of those 45 of them that we talked about. This one looks functional. There is this one also right here, packed, functional. There is another one right here, packed, also functional. But on this other side, fleet of them that are not functional and they lie in ruins. Aaron, if you can just show the camera to the folks watching. A long fleet of them lying in ruins and they're all damaged. So the NTA is trying, but of course today is going to mark a significant milestone, sir. Today is going to mark a significant milestone as the NTA will be formally dedicating 35 brand new of these buses, and His Excellency President Boakai will be formally commissioning these buses. So let's see if we can go to where the actual event is taking place, but we're still expecting the arrival of President Boakai any moment from now. So it's going to take us quite some time before President Boakai arrives. But from outside the entry of the NTA and here in the compound, showing you the brand new buses right behind me here, and then showing you the previous ones that were procured by the NTA that are no more functional and they are lying in ruins here in the compound of the NTA. And so, I mean, so that's it, folks. Any moment from now, President Boakai will be here to formally dedicate these buses. So we just wanted to bring you up to speed that the official commissioning ceremony of the 35 brand new buses that have been procured by the government of Liberia will be formally commissioned today here live from the headquarters of the National Transit Authority. My colleague Aaron can just go around again and show those of you who have just joined, probably have a glimpse of the brand new ones. Then we can bring this build-up video to an end. And then eventually, once President Boakai arrives, we can start the official dedication ceremony live on the LNTV. And we apologize for the little break-in there. We're getting signs of the arrival of President Boakai. We're hearing the sirens from the convoy of His Excellency. There are several government officials who are already here at the National Transit Authority who will be forming part of this event. So we're only awaiting now the arrival of President Boakai. Once President Boakai arrives, the event will officially kickstart. We will be formally dedicating these buses, and then once that is done, the NTA will now officially put them out for use by the public. Of course, the NTA have not come out with a timetable or a roadmap on how they intend to disperse these buses, but we assume, of course, the Deputy Director General for Operation, Mr. Noah Zawu Gibson, will speak to us during this broadcast. So we talk about how the NTA intends to disperse these buses out there in the public, and for especially for pedestrians or for Liberians who will be commuting, probably from one county to the other. Of course, the NTA buses have been doing tremendously well of recent. They've been going to places like Kipamos, to Maryland, Harper, to Plebo, using the roads, using the Nimba County route, Grand Julia County, and River G County route. And so, of course, we are with the arrival of President Boakai to formally dedicate these ones, and then, of course, yes, the NTA will now officially disperse them. Folks have been recommending that the NTA can also hand some of these buses over to the University of Liberia, as the students there are facing constraints when it comes to transportation. And also, come to think of it, internal transport within, you know, the urban places like Monrovia itself, where it gets difficult for folks going to work in the morning. This will obviously help reduce transportation costs and for Liberians. So yes, today marks the official dedication. President Boakai will be formally commissioning them, and we are here at the NTA to bring you the live event. But this is just a build-up, so thanks for watching. Stick and stay with us. We'll rejoin you shortly.